and you're with Amaya's Charms. Today, it's a different video. I'll take you all to KMart. That's one of my favorite stores which has lots of organization supplies. And I'll be showing my favorite KMart items and how I used those items at my home. Starting with this microfiber reversible drying mat. This is a very good quality one. I've used this for a couple of years and it's very handy when I'm drying my son's school lunch boxes and his snack items. I love these bamboo drawer sections in Kmart because they come in different shapes and sizes, so they can be fit in our drawers or in our spaces in wide variety of ways. Let me show you how I've done this. This is my baking drawer. I've arranged some of my baking supplies in this section using the long divider and the short dividers. So I've put my fondant tools in one section, some cake nozzles and measuring spoons. Likewise, I've used this because you can really customize the space the way you want. Next up is my favorite item, the Lazy Susan. Kmart has various types of Lazy Susans in their store. They've got a wooden Lazy Susan, the real plastic one which comes with black and white, and then the clear Lazy Susan which has a larger diameter than the normal one. So I've got a couple of these Lazy Susans in my house. Couple in my pantry, couple inside cupboards, and one under the sink. So let me show you how I've used those. You would have seen this pantry area in many of my videos. I've used a wooden Lazy Susan and a couple of small plastic Lazy Susans in this area to store my homemade spices and other nutty ghee and other random bits and pieces, and for some of the lollies that my son has. This is an overhead cupboard just above the cooktop where I have the most essential stuff like coconut oil, vinegar, salt, all of that. And this is again on top of the breakfast nook where I've stored the daily supplements, and other bits and pieces like green tea and stuff. And the other side is where I have my most essential coffee items like hot chocolate, marshmallows, Milo, anything to make a coffee. So rather than reach into the cupboards, it's just a matter of spin. Okay, this is another item for your fridge if you don't have much space, but if you want to maximize the vertical space. So in the fridge, see that space that's going out of view? So if you want to use that, you can clip this section into your fridge and make it as a small compartment. In this case, I've used cheese to store because it slides out. It acts like a drawer, so it's a plug and play device. So if you don't want, you can take it out. This is also another item that you would have seen in my previous videos, the 3-tier can organizer. It has 3 levels, so you can place your canned goods or anything on this, so you can visually actually see what you have. These clear containers are my absolute favorite as they come in different sizes. They come in squares and rectangular ones. I've got tons of these containers in my home. So I'll show you in a minute where I have used. So in my tea coffee drawer, so we've created dividers with these containers to store our various types of coffee sachets. So I've got the chai latte and mocha and cappuccino and various types of coffee sachets that I've used to store in these containers. It's very aesthetically pleasing because it's clear, so I just love those. So these are the expandable drawer dividers that comes 2 in a pack. I use a couple of those in my house because I've got larger drawers. So for me to divide the drawer to make it 2 sections, I've used that. So if you can see, this is the bread and the glass containers that I have. So I've made a divider in there, and next to that I've got another drawer that I've used actually a couple for my napkins and my cleaning cloth. So I've just divided a drawer into 3 sections in this case. These plastic tubs again comes in different sizes. So there's the small one, and then you get the medium size one and the large one. They all have a lid that comes with it. So I've used smaller ones to store my bulk goods, like extra stock there. And another one that I've used inside a drawer to hold up my not much used kitchen essential items, so it just stuck there. These are also white tubs. Comes with a lid to hold up your goods. So this is like a similar item to IKEA Verriera tub, but it's slightly cheaper because it's a KMart version. I use up these to store my bulk stuff like chips, extra nuts, extra cookies, anything extra that I buy and that comes with a package. I just store up in this pantry because certain tubs has lid, so I just close it off and leave there, and certain tubs I leave it out without the lid. These are called as narrow fridge organizers, but it certainly doesn't fit in my fridge. But I've used these to use in the laundry area inside a cupboard, because I've got some stock if you buy in bulk, like dishwashing and gas bottles and all the other back stock that you have that can hold, because they're narrow and it can fit multiple containers in this cupboard, and it reaches to the very back of the cupboard, so it's handy. Next up is these 2-pack shelf dividers. This is the latest item that I bought from Kmart. So I bought one of these to fit in my son's wardrobe. So see that it is one big shelf. So I've just divided that with that. So it looks a bit nicer and more neater. One side to store his track pants, and the other side just to store the long sleeves shirts. So there's a lot of storage cubes in Kmart with multiple prints and multiple designs, but I have only used a couple of plain cubes. These are mainly to store my son's bulk toys that he doesn't use very often, like train sets, all these bits and bobs that can sit around. So we've categorized into these cubes, and then it gets stuck inside that, and we can store it in a shelf. So it's very handy to have those storage cubes. Although this is a file holder, who says that cannot be used in a kitchen? So I've used this to store all the lids of my glass container, so it sits up like a filing system. It doesn't move around, so it just sits there while the glass bottoms are stacked on top of each other. So I just like this way because I know which lid to pick when I pick the correct glass container. This is another big time 10 out of 10 organization item from Kmart for me, because I don't know what I would do without these. I've used couple of these to store my son's Lego storage, because Lego can be very messy. So we've used a couple of these to store his sort out and store his Lego pieces, because they're stackable and they've got the rolly wheels at the bottom. See that? So I've used many of that, and I've used these in my cupboards, because they're deep tubs which acts like a drawer. You would have seen in my previous videos, which I will link here. This 24 compartment storage box, again I've stored some of my jewelries in that kind of a box, and my son used to sew the dot Lego pieces in that, so it's a very good sorting mechanism. So that's it, my friends, on today's video. I'll just quickly give you a wander around in Kmart just to show you the decor pieces. Kmart has evolved during the past few years, and it's very affordable and very elegant, I must say. And see these little books. As much as I love to read, I love to have these kind of decorative books because they act like a decorative element. You can have a couple of books stacked on top of each other to create a nice table centerpiece. See that? Like that? So if you like this video, please consider subscribing, pressing the like button, and leave me a comment. If you're interested about these kind of hauls, please write it in the comment box. I'm more than happy to reply and consider your comments. So then I'll see you in another video. Until such time, take care and bye bye.